Welcome to today's training session. Today we're going to break down your 3CX welcome email that you have received when you signed up for this service. This is an important email as it sets the stage for your experience with 3CX. Let's dive in. First, you have your subject line. It usually reads something like, "Welcome to 3CX." This is your first indication that you're officially part of the 3CX community and is ready to explore what the platform has to offer. Next, you'll have your greeting, welcoming you aboard. This is a nice touch that makes you feel valued from the start. Next, it allows you to set your password. By selecting Set Password, this opens up into a browser and allows you to add in your password as well as your extension number. On this email, you also have the URL for your browser extension. It also gives you your PIN code to your voicemail as well as a browser link to your video conferencing. Welcome to 3CX Web Client User Training. In this session, we'll walk through all the features available in the menu bar of your 3CX Web Client, giving you the tools you need to communicate and collaborate efficiently. The 3CX Web Client's menu bar is located on the left-hand side of your screen. It gives quick access to key features like calls, chats, voicemails, contacts, settings, and more. Let's take a closer look at each one. First, we have our team, which would be our team of internal extensions. Over here, on your team of extensions, each extension will have 3 icons: call, video, and chat. You are able to access calling by selecting the call button. You are able to do a video call by selecting the video call button, and you are able to chat to that user by selecting the chat button. Over here on the far right-hand side, you have your username as well as your status bar. If you select it, it allows you to change the status of your extension and set a temporary extension. You're also able to select your ringer off for your PC extension. Next to your user profile, you have a help file which opens up into a new browser. You then will find right next to that your QR code for your Android or iOS application. Over here, you have your dialer. This is used to call or dial. To make direct calls, you can enter a number or search for a contact. Once you've added in the number, you select the call button and it will call the number. Once you are on an active call, your screen will slightly change. You'll have a hold option which places your call on hold, which has on-hold music playing in your caller's ear. Over here you have mute. When selecting mute, the mute icon turns blue. When the mute icon has turned blue, your caller has been muted and they are unable to hear you. Next, you have your new call option. You are able to make a second call while placing this call on hold. Selecting the new call, you'll dial your number as follows. Once you have done this, you'll see that you have 1 call on hold and 1 call connected. You are able to toggle between these calls by clicking on either one or the other. Conference calling allows you to do a 3-way conference call. You are able to add in a third number at any time. By selecting the conference icon, it opens up the line for a second call. Dial button, wait for this third party to answer. and it places the call into a conference call. We are all able to hear each other and speak simultaneously. On an active call, you are able to transfer the call to another party. The first transfer allows you to do a blind transfer. When selecting it, it opens up your line to either add in an extension number or an external number. Should you be selecting an internal number, you are able to select any one of the extensions from your team of extensions. Alternatively, you are able to dial in the number. Over here, you are able to do an attender transfer, which allows you to announce the call before transferring the call to the third party. By selecting this button, it opens up the line for you to add in your third number. Once you've added in your number, select the call button. This will then allow you to see the call that's been placed on hold and the second call that's been dialed. Once the call has been answered, you are able to announce your call. Should the party wish to accept the call, you'll select the join button and it will leave your extension and join the new extension. Next, we'll move on to your menu bar. Just below your team of extensions, you have your chat icon. Your chat icon allows you to chat internally with one another. You'll select the plus sign to start a new chat. You are able to start an individual chat or a group chat. To start an individual chat, you'll select Start Chat and select the individual that you would like to have this chat with. Once you've selected him, over here is where you'll type in your message. And this is your send icon. Next we have Meet. This is your video conferencing. This allows you to video conference with internal as well as external parties. By selecting your Meet, it opens up your link, which you are able to copy and invite participants. When you are in an active video conference, it will allow you to see the duration. You would be able to add in participants. You would also be able to mute your audio, turn off your camera, raise your hand, present your screen. You are also able to chat with parties in the meeting. You are able to view your participants. You are also able to share your content. Next, you have your recording option, which allows you to record your video conference. Whomever had initiated the video conference will receive a copy of the recording in their mailbox from 3CX. Over here, this icon allows you to end the meeting. Next, we'll have our call history. If we click on it, it gives you a list of all your incoming, outgoing, as well as missed calls. On the far right hand side, you'll have a drop down with the following categories: all your calls, all your incoming calls, all your outgoing calls, and all your missed calls, as well as abandoned calls. On this call history, it gives you the date and time you have received, missed, or made the call. You are also able to add the number to your contact list by selecting the plus sign. Once you've selected the plus sign, it allows you to add in the relevant information. Once you've completed this information, you'll select the OK button in order to add this number to your contact list. You are also able to delete an entry by selecting the delete icon. Next, we'll move on to voicemails. On voicemails, this is where you'll find your voicemail messages. You are able to download the message as well as play the message back on your web browser extension. You are also able to call back the number and delete the entry. Next, we'll move on to settings. Under settings, this is where you'll find your general information. You'll find your QR code as well as your extension name and extension number. Over here, you are able to upload a photograph of yourself or an image. Over here, you'll have your account details. If you have a direct inward dialing number, this is where it will be displayed, as well as your voicemail PIN code. Next, we will move on to call forwarding. Under call forwarding, you are able to divert your extension according to your status. Should you have your extension on any one of these statuses, you are able to tell the system what should happen to your calls when it's not answered. Over here, you have a note answer timeout. You are able to change this to any amount of seconds you wish. Next, you are able to tell the system what needs to happen to your external calls. You are able to select the drop-down and select any one of the options. Next, it asks for what needs to happen to your calls should there be no answer on internal calls. On the drop-down, you are able to select any one of these options. Next, you'll have greetings. On greetings, you are able to upload a voicemail message greeting for your extension as well as all the statuses displayed. You are able to upload a message or record a message directly onto the system by selecting the record button. You would need to name your file and start recording by the record button. Once you've ended your recording, you'll stop. This allows you to listen and reset or upload should you be happy with your voicemail greeting. Thanks for watching. With 3CX, you are now able to safely, securely manage your telephone system.